I don't know if you're like me, just opened the fridge to grab some green onions for a breakfast omelet and saw the bunch already wilted, waterlogged, mushy, and even starting to smell. It might seem like just a few spoiled green onions might not seem like a big deal, but in reality, it's wasted money, wasted time, and sometimes it can completely drain your inspiration to cook. I got so frustrated at one point, I considered giving up on buying green onions for good, until a chef with 17 years of experience at a five-star restaurant shared a simple but incredibly effective way to keep green onions fresh. And today, I'd like to pass a few of those tips along to you, easy tricks to keep your green onions crisp, fragrant, and vibrant for up to a year. No fancy fridge, no chemicals, just a few everyday items you already have in your kitchen. Since learning this method, I haven't had to throw out a single bunch of green onions. Let's get started. First method. Before you start, fill a large bowl with water. Add 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Use your hand to stir until the baking soda is completely dissolved. Then place all your green onions in and let them soak for about 7 to 10 minutes. These days, a lot of green onions sold at markets are sprayed with chemicals to keep them looking green. Eating too much of that can cause nausea or even diarrhea. Soaking them in baking soda helps clean them and remove most of the leftover chemicals. After soaking, rinse each stalk gently. Do you know what's usually sprayed on green onions? It's a fungicide solution called Bordeaux mixture. If they've been sprayed heavily, you can often spot dark green spots on the leaves with the naked eye. Next, lift the green onions into a strainer. Change the water and rinse them again 1-2 more times to be sure they're safe. Once they're clean, let them dry completely. You can use a paper towel to gently blot away excess moisture. It's important that they're fully dry before storing, because any leftover moisture will make them spoil faster. Now, divide the green onions into small portions, just enough for 1-2 days at a time. Wrap each portion with plastic wrap, sealing it well but not too tight so you don't crush the leaves. Also, make sure the wrap is snug enough so no air gets in. One small tip: don't fold the green onions when wrapping, as that will shorten their storage time. Finally, place the wrapped portions in your fridge's crisper drawer. With this method, green onions can stay fresh for up to a month, keeping their flavor and crispness. When you need some, just take a portion out. They'll still be as green as the day you bought them. Second method. First, make sure your green onions are washed and completely dry. Then grab a clean paper towel, plain white paper without any ink, or a dry napkin, and use it to wrap the green onions. Wrapping is simple. Gently roll the green onions in the paper so it fits snugly around them. But don't wrap too tight, you don't want to crush the stems. Once they're wrapped, place the rolls into a zip-top bag or an airtight food container to keep out dust and bacteria. Next, store the bag or container in the fridge's crisper drawer. Pick a spot that's dry and not too humid, so they won't get moldy or soggy. The paper or towel will absorb any extra moisture, keeping your green onions dry, crisp, and free from bruising, discoloration, or rot. Third method. Cut the base of your green onions, leaving about 1 to 2 inches above the roots. Next, get something you can grow them in: a glass jar, a cup, or even a reused plastic bottle, as long as it can hold water. Once you've got your hydro jar ready, gently slide the roots into the opening, making sure they fit through without breaking. Pour water into the bottom so it covers the roots, but not the stems. That way, the plant won't rot. Finally, place them somewhere with natural light, like a windowsill or a balcony. In about 20 days, your green onions will grow tall and green, ready for you to snip and use anytime you want. This method lets you regrow from the same roots over and over, super convenient and sustainable. Fourth method. First, grab a clean plastic bottle. If you have a lot of green onions, you can use a bigger container or jar instead. A small bottle works great if you only need to store a small amount. Next, Use scissors to cut off the top of the bottle, about 2-3 inches from the opening. Then add 1 tablespoon of sugar inside. The sugar helps the roots grow strong and keeps the green onions fresh longer. Gently gather your green onions into a neat bunch and slide them into the bottle, just like putting a bouquet into a vase. Pour water into the bottle, making sure it only covers the roots. Don't let the water touch the leaves, or they'll start to rot. Finally, place the bottle somewhere cool with gentle natural sunlight, like near a window or on a balcony. Avoid direct harsh sunlight, as it can cause the leaves to wilt or turn yellow. Change the water every 3-4 days to prevent bad smells and stop bacteria from building up. If the water turns cloudy or smells off, change it sooner. This method keeps your green onions drinking water, so the leaves stay fresh, green, and crisp. Fifth method. After washing and drying your green onions completely, place them on a cutting board and slice them to the size you usually use for your dishes. You can cut them into short pieces for sprinkling on top, or chop them smaller, whatever you prefer. Cutting them ahead of time makes it easy to grab just what you need without prepping all over again. Next, get a clean jar, a food storage container, or a zip-top bag, and gently place all the chopped green onions inside, being careful not to crush them. That fresh onion smell right after cutting is amazing. Having them prepped like this saves you so much time when cooking, especially in the morning or on busy days. Then, store the jar in your freezer to keep them fresh longer. A lot of people worry that freezing will make green onions lose their flavor, but it's not true. This method keeps almost all the original taste and freshness. Properly frozen green onions won't lose moisture and will still keep their bright color and signature aroma. One important note: only take out what you need and toss it straight into the pot while cooking. Don't thaw it first, because thawing will make it soft and reduce the flavor. My family loves this method, especially on mornings when I need to cook early. I just open the freezer, grab some pre-cut green onions, and start cooking. It's quick, easy, and the food still tastes just as good. So, those are my 5 simple ways to keep green onions fresh, saving time, money, and effort in the kitchen. Whether you regrow them in water, keep them in the fridge, wrap them in paper, or freeze them, each method works depending on your needs and keeps green onions ready for any dish. These are my 5 personal ways to keep green onions fresh. Do you store yours like this, or do you have another method? Don't be shy, share it in the comments. I'm always happy to learn from you too. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe so I can keep bringing you more useful tips. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.